Hi, kiddos. I am Hunter's mommy, Mrs. Helm, and I'm super excited to be here to read to you guys today. So here we go. We are going to be reading Math Fables by Greg Tang. Illustrated by Heather Cahoon. Dinner guest. One spider waited patiently. At last her web was done. Just who would come to dinner now and be the lucky one? A fly, a moth, mosquitoes would be great. It's nice to know that all good things will come to those who wait. Trying times. The sun was shining overhead. The skies were bright and clear. For two young birds safe in their nest, the time to fly was here. With wings spread wide, one bird took flight, but fluttered to the ground. The other one fell from the sky and very nearly drowned. The two birds practiced all day long until they both could fly. Sometimes the most important thing in life is just to try. Family affair. Three turtles living in the woods were always on the go. One day they headed for a pond, albeit very slow. The youngest one soon raced ahead, but accidentally tripped. The other two caught up with him and found that he had flipped. They quickly grabbed him by the shell and righted him once more. All three agreed wholeheartedly, that's what a family's for. Going nuts. Four squirrels frolicked in the leaves one brisk fall afternoon, when suddenly it dawned on them that snow was coming soon. We haven't any winter food, three frightened squirrels cried. I guess we'd better get to work, a prudent one replied. Two squirrels raced to gather nuts and made a great big mound. The other two then buried them in stashes underground. All four slept very well that night, no longer feeling scared. They learned it's wise to plan ahead and always be prepared. Midnight snack. Five smart raccoons set out one night to get a bite to eat. They came upon a garbage can, a most delicious treat. Two quickly grabbed it by the rim and pulled it on its side. We're going to have a feast tonight, the other three all cried. Before we eat, let's first give thanks, four thoughtful raccoons said. The youngest one put down the food and bowed his little head. We offer thanks, all five began, for each unfinished plate. Leftover food and chicken bones we so appreciate. Tools gold. Along the rocky ocean coast in water clear and blue, six otters like to swim and play and look for shellfish too. One afternoon, two saw some clams along the ocean floor. Four quickly dove to scoop them up, then hurried back for more. These shells are hard to pry apart, five puzzled otters sighed. Try striking them against a rock, a clever one replied. A group of three tried this technique and found it worked quite well. The other three then followed suit and opened every shell. The six smart otters were content, all had their fill of clams. They each had also learned to use a tool and not their hands. Gone with the wind. The autumn air was growing cool, the days were shorter too. For seven monarch butterflies, a trip was overdue. We should have left here weeks ago, five butterflies exclaimed. We hate to say we told you so, two know-it-alls proclaimed. They had to get to Mexico before the winter freeze. One led the other six in flight atop a southern breeze. Their journey would be very far, 1,000 miles or more. The monarchs flew both day and night in groups of 3 and 4. At last, all seven made it home, too tired to celebrate. They vowed next spring to be on time and not procrastinate. Profile in courage. One hot and sultry afternoon down at the tidal pool, 8 crabs were buried in the sand, just trying to stay cool. The water here is much too warm, 5 weary crabs complained. The sun is very strong today, the other 3 explained. A group of 4 then grabbed their things and headed to the shore. The others followed after them, a second group of 4. As 7 stood by cautiously, one daring crab jumped in, but soon got hammered by a wave that caught him on the chin. The smallest crab swam out to help. Now in the sea were 2, with 6 left cheering on the shore this bold and brave rescue. The crabs at last were one big group. Again they numbered 8. They all then thanked their lucky stars for having friends so great. Antics. One warm and sunny afternoon, the month was late July. 9 ants were rather hungry when a picnic they did spy. 3 crept ahead to take a look while 6 ants stayed behind. Some crackers, cheese, a loaf of bread, such treasures they did find. This food's too big for us to lift, 8 worried ants complained. We'll have to work together then, the oldest one explained. With 1 in front and 1 behind, 2 carried home the cheese, while 7 picked the loaf right up as easy as you please. The ants were happy as could be and soon returned for more. They carried 2 big crackers home in teams of 5 and 4. When finally their task was done, the 9 ants felt just great. They each had learned the meaning of the word cooperate. River sticks. 10 beavers left for work one day. They had a lodge to fix. All marched along in single file in search of broken sticks. A group of 7 raced ahead and found a fallen tree. They quickly gnawed off all the limbs, then called the other 3. How will we get these branches home? 9 puzzled beavers cried. We need to dig a small canal, a clever one replied. So 6 went back and dug into the river's muddy shore. They soon had made a waterway right to the other 4. The trees were now a cinch to move. 5 floated them downstream. The other 5 then built a roof, the best you've ever seen. Their home was nearly finished now with few things left to do. 8 quickly patched the holes with mud while cracks were filled by 2. At last the beaver's job was done and 10 let out a cheer. They each had learned the title of domestic engineer. The end. Thank you so much for letting me read to you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.